Okay, hi madam, also to my friends. So today we are going to present about the poem One Art by Elizabeth Bishop. Okay, who is Elizabeth Bishop? Okay, let me explain first about her. Okay, Elizabeth Bishop is an American poet, wrote the poem One Art. Okay, Elizabeth Bishop was born in 8th February 1911. Okay, Elizabeth Bishop was a poet from the United States, also who also write short stories. Okay, One Art is an emotive poem recalls all of Bishop's key losses in her life, beginning with the death of her father when she was 8 months old, and continuing with the loss of her mother, grieving mother, who was permanently committed to the mental institution when Bishop was 5 years old. Okay, the objective of this poem is to express the pain and inevitability of loss, as well as the fact that nothing lasts forever and that loss is an unavoidable part of life. Okay, the speaker use poem form and vocabulary to communicate feelings about losing stuff. A villanelle is a 19-line poem with 5 tercets and a sentence at the end. In 1976, One Art was initially published in the New Yorker. The title of the poem is the same as the title by Bishop's autography, which was released in 1994 and included a collection of letters from 1928 to 1979. Some people believe One Art is an autobiographical. The poem was written during a period of separation from a companion, Alice Medfessel. Okay, and it was one of her final masterpieces, and she died 3 years after it was published in October 6th, 1979. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm going to explain about literal and figurative. Literal and figurative devices are an aid that allows the writer to present their ideas, emotions, feelings with the use of these tools. One Art poem is written by Elizabeth Bishop, a famous American poet and short story writer. One Art is a marvelous piece about losing and forgetting important. The major theme of One Art poem is losing, acceptance and sadness. The poet tried to convey that losing something or someone doesn't lead to disaster. The poet actually points her own losses to support her idea that the art of losing teaches us how to come out of unpredictable situation and be happy. What is the style of the poem? Okay, let me explain about that. The style of the poem is One Art poem is actually traditional repetitive 19-line poem. There are 6 stanzas in this poem. It is also known as villanelle, a traditional form that involves a fixed number of lines. Each line has 5 stresses or beats and average of 5 syllables. Its intricate pattern of repetition and rhyme, the speaker consider what it means to experience loss over and over again and whether it is truly possible to master the experience of loss and grief. The tone. The tone begins with light, heart, and instructive tone, giving the expression that losing things is not hard to master. Form and structure. It's well known that it's villanelle. The rhythm pattern is iambic pentameter. The rhyme is ABA, ABA, ABA. One art is villanelle, traditional form poem. Context. In the autumn of 1975, Bishop split up with his girlfriend Alice Metafessel. They will reunite and remain together until his death in 1979. The split inspired One Heart. The you in the last stanza referred to Alice. Thank you so much.
Okay, now I would like to present poetic devices. Okay, first, imaginary is used to make readers perceive things with their five senses. For example, of lost door keys, the Howard Bagley span. I lost my mother's watch and look my last, and next to last of three loved houses went. Next, symbolism. So in one art poem, it involves providing symbolic meaning that are distinct from their literal meaning in order to represent ideas and traits. Lost, for example, lost door keys and watch. It represents time was wasted in life. Watch also represents her mother's relationship with her, while you represents her lost love. Next, repetition. So in this poem, line 1, it's mentioned the art of losing isn't hard to master. Line 3, to be lost, that their loss is no disaster. So repetition, it's meaning that it which is contains the same words, same meaning in the poem. So the last of my part is simile and metaphor. So it is a figure of speech in which is implied comparison is made between the object that are the difference. So there is only one metaphor used in this poem. It is used in the final stanza where it is started as even losing you, hear you, is the metaphor for the speaker's lost happiness. That's all. Thank you, madam.
Good day, madam, and good Miss Modi. Today I'm presenting my part is personification. Personification is the process of imbuing non-human object with the human characteristics, and poet has given life to her misplaced items. As a thought, they had a purpose. As an example, so many things seem filled with the intent to be a loss that their loss is no disaster. Hyperbole, stanza 5, line 2. Some realists are own to reserve a content. The poet uses hyperbole to make an exaggeration, imposing an idea or creating and argue to expand, making an expression like a way to describing something faster. Maybe not meaning and literally, but giving an idea of the situation properly. Next is alliteration. The stanza 1, line 3, to be a loss, that their loss is no disaster. Stanza 3 and line 1, the practice to losing further and losing faster. Stanza 4, line 2, net to last of the three loved houses went. The poet used alteration to comfort to the reader with some sounds. Sometimes it can be a dramatic and have all same starting a letter. Assonance is the repetition of the vowel sounds in the same line, such as the sound of the O and R in the art of the lozenge, not too hard and hard to master. Consonants is the repetition of the consonant sounds. Thank you, Miss.